Greetings everyone, I'd like to welcome you to the King Basilisk 777 channel. This series is called Arena Wars, where we are going to be having a versus battle between two fictional characters and discuss who would win. For this video, we'll be having a battle between Sauron the Deceiver from Lord of the Rings and Shao Kahn, the Emperor of Outoworld from Mortal Kombat. So let's start with Sauron. In order to understand what Sauron is, I must first explain the cosmic hierarchy of the Lord of the Rings verse. There are beings called Valar and Maiar. Valar are higher angels with godlike powers, and Maiar are lesser angels who assist the Valar. While the Maiar are weaker than the Valar, they also possess godlike abilities. Both Valar and Maiar serve Iluvatar, the actual god of Tolkien's mythology, and they play a role in the creation of Ea, the Lord of the Rings universe. Also, it is important to mention the Valar and the Maiar can only interact with the physical world, which is known as Arda, with limited power due to Iluvatar not wanting them to completely dominate the mortal races. They must also create physical forms to interact with the physical world. Sauron is a Maiar, and he was originally in service to the Valar called Aule, the Valar of smithing. From Aule, he learned to smith great structures and artifacts. Sauron later turned his back on the Valar and joined the Dark Lord Melkor, who himself was a Valar. With Melkor's teachings, Sauron soon became a symbol of fear across the world of Arda. Sauron is extremely intelligent and manipulative. He is responsible for the sinking of Numenor, a very large island where the men of the sea, known as Numenorians, resided. He tricked the Numenorians into launching an offensive against the Valar, who lived in the land of the Undying. This offense in turn caused a retaliation upon the men of Numenor and the destruction of their island and home. He is also responsible for the creation of the One Ring and the 19 Lesser Rings, which allow him the domination of the minds of those that come in contact with them. One of the effects seen from the One Ring is its ability to make a person seemingly invisible. However, it is not true invisibility, as the One Ring merely shifts the wearer to the unseen world, where most non-magical beings of Arda cannot see the wearer. Due to Sauron's true Maiar form being immortal and ethereal, and barely ever showing his full power in the texts of Tolkien, Sauron will be using the physical form he has displayed, specifically the one from the Battle of Dagorlad. Also, Sauron will have all the abilities that he has displayed throughout the ages in his physical forms. Sauron has immense strength, being able to send soldiers flying in the battlefield. He can shapeshift into the form of a man, elf, werewolf, vampire, and likely anything he wishes to transform into. He will enter this battle clad in armor, carrying the great mace he used in the Battle of Dagorlad. Now, on to his opponent, Shao Kahn. There are 6 main realms in the Mortal Kombat verse. They are Earth Realm, Edenia, Chaos Realm, Order Realm, Nether Realm, and Outworld. Shao Kahn is the tyrannical emperor of Outworld. Originally, he served under the Dragon King Onaga, who at the time ruled Outworld. Having a massive craving for power, Shao Kahn eventually poisoned Onaga, taking the realm for himself and becoming its emperor. Shao Kahn has godlike strength and is a master of the dark arts. He has taught Shang the ability to drain and manipulate souls. He has also taught Skarket how to use blood magic. Shao Kahn can summon weapons out of thin air, such as spears and his famous Wrath Hammer. Shao Kahn can also shoot green energy, create clones, summon creatures, and transport between realms by using portals. There are 2 cases where Shao Kahn has received massive amps to his power. The first was in Mortal Kombat Armageddon, where Shao Kahn further amplified his strength tenfold by absorbing the power of Blaze. Armageddon's Shao Kahn's power can only be speculated, as all that is stated about him is that he had conquered and merged all of the realms after obtaining Blaze's power. The second is in Mortal Kombat 9, where he had absorbed the souls of most of the humans in Earthrealm and again greatly increased his power to a speculative degree. So for this fight, I will mainly be focusing on Shao Kahn in his base form. For the sake of fairness, there will be two fights. One with Shao Kahn in his base power versus Sauron in his physical form, and the other with Shao Kahn in his strongest forms versus Sauron's Maiar form. The battle between Shao Kahn and Sauron's physical form would be intense, as they both have abilities that match each other. In the strength category, both can send people flying with the blows from their weapons, and both are masters of the dark arts. Shao Kahn's blood magic won't work on Sauron, as Sauron has no blood to manipulate. Also, Shao Kahn will not be able to absorb Sauron's soul, due to the fact that Sauron's physical body is just a puppet that is being controlled by his real Maiar form. In turn, I don't think any of Sauron's previous transformations, such as his vampire and werewolf forms, can really hurt Shao Kahn, as they have been defeated by lesser beings, such as humans and elves. I believe the deciding factor in this fight is reaction speed. Shao Kahn can keep up with and fight on par with Raiden, who shoots lightning. We can use this to scale Shao Kahn to being a lightning timer in terms of reaction speed. Sauron in the Battle of Daggerlad could not even react to the sword swing that cut off his fingers along with the One Ring, and this caused the destruction of his physical body at that battle. Due to this, I believe Shao Kahn can react and outpace Sauron and start beating him down. The One Ring will not help Sauron in this battle, as he has shown mainly using it for the mind domination of lesser beings, and it is likely Shao Kahn will be able to detect Sauron in the unseen world, as Shao Kahn himself is magical in nature and a master of sorcery. Sauron has been defeated many times before by lesser beings such as the Men of Numenor, who captured him in his physical form. So I think another immortal being that has thousands of years of fighting experience can get the job done as well. The victor of this round goes to Shao Kahn. Now, on to round 2. Originally, I did not want to do this battle, but I know some people will complain about it if I don't mention it. To be blunt, there's no way any current canon version of Shao Kahn can defeat a full-powered Maiar Sauron. Sauron in his Maiar form existed in the Timeless Halls, a place beyond time itself. Shao Kahn, on the other hand, is subject to the will of Kronika, who is more or less the goddess of time in the Mortal Kombat verse, and this means he is under the effects of time. If Sauron were in his Maiar form, he would likely be able to blink Shao Kahn out of existence, as his powers would not be restricted by Eru Iluvatar. Neither Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat Armageddon, after absorbing the power of Blaze, nor the one in Mortal Kombat 9, after absorbing the souls of the people of Earthrealm, can defeat Maiar Sauron, as Sauron is above the constraints of time. Some may argue that Shao Kahn, as seen in Mortal Kombat 9, was able to resist the power of the Elder Gods, but it is important to remember that the Elder Gods in fact did defeat Shao Kahn, and the Elder Gods themselves are also vulnerable to time manipulation, as they were killed by Kronika in Mortal Kombat 11. So yes, the true Maiar form of Sauron will decimate any canon versions of Shao Kahn, so I declare Maiar Sauron the winner for this round. I would like to thank everyone for watching. I would love to see what you thought of the video I made, and I would highly appreciate it if you could please leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for future battles. King Basilisk,